Alright, so this is my Crash-4 tutorial, which is just 4-4 with Crash. This is a pretty good strat, but if you don't know how to do it, it can be kind of confusing to figure out, so I'm going to be trying to make a tutorial. This won't be crazy in depth or anything, it's just going to be quick and dirty so that you know how to do it. Before you start, you need to get Crash in a level beforehand. Like, you need to have it so that, like, the little turban from Crash appears on your head, and you can either get that in most any percent routes in 4-2 or 3-3 because it's direct. It's basically in your way, so you can just get it and then spit it out quickly. Some other categories like all wild D's, I get in like somewhere in World 2, so you just need to get Crash at some point beforehand so it appears in the roulette. Because the way the roulette works is it will only go through power-ups that you've already obtained. So if you haven't gotten it yet, then it won't appear, which is why you need to get it earlier in the run. So to start, like the first bit right here is the same as normal. You just go to the loading zone. So once you're in here, you want to get rid of your power up if you have one, and then go to the right of this enemy and slide into him, and then jump into them and get the double like that. Now the way mixing works in this game is it starts off really fast and then it slows down very quickly to the point where you have like almost a whole second, and the power ups will appear in the same order. So normally, it will be after Ranger because you don't have Hammer yet. If you have Hammer, it will always be after Hammer. But if you don't have Hammer, it will be after Ranger, and you get a Ranger enemy right here. So the Ranger should be in your roulette. If it's not, then you might have to figure it out on the fly because sometimes, depending on different routes, it can change. But you have a little bit of time to figure it out right here. But usually after your first run, if you stick with the same route, it will be the same every time. So you can just be like, oh yeah, I just need to look after this power up. So for me, I have Hammer, so I'm going to be looking after Hammer, but most routes don't have Hammer at 80% at least. So you'll have to look after like Ranger. And I look at his head to see what hat he's wearing, and once I see the hat for the power up, so in this case the little, I don't know what that thing is called, but it's like the little circle around his head. Once I see that, I know I'm about to hit Crash, so I press A. And when you press A, that's the power up you'll pick. So if you see Crash and you press A, you'll pick Crash. It's not like there's any delay or anything, so I'll try it right here. I gotta wait for it to slow down a lot. There, normally it's a little bit slower than that, but I have like I have like a really weird amount of power ups because this is like a file that just beat all hidden D's or all wild D's. So yeah. So now we go into the fight, and you want to charge this power up. I charged up like a little bit early there, but it's fine. You have plenty of time to charge it because he like watches this little animation. So you want to kill him, fully charged, spit him out, or if you're doing like a category that needs to hit the D's, then you kill him. You can get this guy or his hammer, and then the way you kill these bosses is you want to get 3 fully charged attacks and then 1 half charge. So there's one. This second hit is really hard, by the way. Yeah, I missed it there, but there. Like it's pretty hard because if you the enemy's gonna be chasing after you, so you normally do 3 fully. That'd be the second fully charged hit there. You do one right here, and then normally you just do a half charge, but my half charge was earlier in the cycle, and then you just, if you need a tornado you get her, if not you actually probably can do a half charge there, but it doesn't matter. These enemies are not too important how you kill them, just make sure you kill them fast. These are just how I do it. I do 3 full charge and then a half charge. I'll try to do on this enemy. Like that. Alright, so this one. If you have, you'll see these 2 enemies up here. This needle and this fire enemy. So right there, what you want to do is slide into the needle enemy from the south side. Now, this is actually cycle dependent. I'm not sure if the cycle is global or if it's local. I've heard it's global. Um, but what I do know is that if you do all the fights well up to this point, then you will always have a good cycle and you can just slide into it basically immediately, like I did here. But if it's like really far to the right side, you want to just bait it so it charges after you, and then once it does that, you can uh, either slide into it or wait for it to stop and then slide into it. But you just want to slide into the needle enemy so it hits the fire enemy like earlier. This enemy is just moving, which makes it a lot harder. You can slide into the fire enemy from the top, but I don't like that because it's slower, and he'll breathe fire at you, which can be kind of annoying. But once you do that, you want to get a double like this, and then do the same thing before. But this time, because you just got hammer, it will always be after hammer. So unless for whatever reason you didn't get hammer to kill those bosses, which you should because it's fast, if you didn't, then I guess it'll be after ranger again, but it should be after hammer because you just used hammer. So you just swallow and then wait for it to appear after hammer. And then, finally, you come over here, and you walk in this fight, and spam B in this little cutscene, and you'll just kill them immediately. You don't have to charge it. So I'm mashing B right now, and they're dead. And then unless you need to get ice for whatever reason, like for the D, you just do that, and then you win the mission. So yeah, that Florina fight was a little bit bad, and maybe I didn't explain the second mix too well, but I think with some practice, you should be able to get these all down. Yeah, and then you just win. So if this is a good tutorial, please let me know. If it's bad, I might remake it, because this was like just one take. So yeah, thanks for watching.